Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Good Ole Days. Today we'll be speaking about social life and commitments within university. So we have international students, junior students and old people like me and Graceland who will be speaking a lot about what we can do in university and how we can manage our social life and commitments. So to start off, let's go on one round of our commitments, what we've done in university so far. So Sarvesh, maybe you want to start?
Yeah, so I'm an international student and I've always been in the NTU hall throughout the whole 3 years. So for the commitment issues throughout my 3 years, I have been pretty busy because I think there are opportunities offered and just take as many as you can. So for the commitments, I have regularly participated in hackathons, and then also I have started my own club, which is NTU Clean Energy Club, and the last year have been fully busy with the Clean Energy Club and making the base and founding it. I also volunteer regularly for the Welfare Service Club for the visually handicapped portfolio. So these three I don't think take up most of my time, and the time just keeps flowing.
Alright, that's great. So actually, I think I'm quite interested in how do you manage to start a club? I'm sure many people have ideas for clubs. So how do you actually start it? What are the procedures?
So actually, I was taking part in a hackathon, and we were participating in an event for Stanford Energy Club, and then we thought okay, if Stanford can do that, why can't we duplicate this in NTU? So NTU has over 200 clubs and there are different clubs. So all you need to have is a unique club idea. If it is unique, you can go to SAO, request for funding, and there's a big procedure. But then if you have a unique club idea, then you can make your own club.
I see. So how much is this funding?
Maybe that's a bit of a sensitive information, but then if you have a unique club idea, you can contact SAO and make your own club.
Cool. What about you? What were your commitments like?
So for myself, I actually have NTU UOC, which is the University Orientation Committee. It's part of the student union, so I'm actually part of that, as well as hall council, and I do go for some trainings for the NTU rugby team, even though I don't really go for it because to catch up to some of my schedules, and I really have to juggle. But I would say the biggest commitment I have on my hands would definitely, apart from academics, would definitely be the UOC, because UOC was actually a very big experience, very big part of my orientation experience, and it's actually where I found the most friends within university outside of my faculty. And being part of this UOC actually granted me access to friends from different faculties such as engineering, WeTV, and let me think, most of them are from engineering or WeTV. There's a few from philosophy or the social sciences, but there are so many students, and the experience of UOC is just very amazing, even though it was conducted completely online for my year due to COVID-19 restrictions. Yeah, so actually I'm quite curious, how were your orientations back then?
For me, I matriculated into NTU College, so the only orientation I went for was faculty camp. That was pretty fun. Orientation is an orientation. What about you guys? Any orientations you went for?
Yeah, I actually went for the orientation for the University Scholars Program. So, like what you say, actually, the Scholars Program is actually both a program and a scholarship, and I think it offers a lot of opportunities to try new things as well. Besides my course, I also get to group with people from different disciplines. But I think above that, I think some of the craziest experience that I had was really going overseas or now because of COVID, more of exploring Singapore, different areas for field work. You get to have research experience even from year one. You get to really get to know more people, even all the seniors throughout the different years. I'm actually in the alumni student and a career outreach club within NTUSD. So you do go down to schools quite often and just talk to people about what you are so interested in studying. Yeah, I think it's a really interesting experience. I think besides that, I also have tried my hand in some of the more consulting clubs, be it NTU Conjunct Consulting or NTU Peak, one of the CAO, Career Attachment Office initiated programs within NTU. So I do think that there's quite a wide experience. It's really what you want to do, and then you really go and find related information related to it, or seniors,
Oh my gosh, so actually Sarvesh, I was wondering because of the new batch of students coming, right? what are your plans for like recruiting via online? Like how would you get students to look at your club via the online portals? Because I understand that in my year, when I was to look for CCAs, right, I actually had, there's supposed to be like some virtual CCA orientation, but it was like so hard to find that I just didn't bother.
Yeah, so I think the word hasn't still come out yet if it will be offline or online. I mean, if it is online, again, it will be as the same thing. It will be like a career fair where the 200 clubs will be portrayed. So for the freshies, when you come to the university, within first 2 weeks, you'll have a CCA fair where all the clubs will present themselves and market themselves.
This is an online CCA fair?
It is not sure yet. It may be on, because in my time it was offline.
Yeah,
the booths were all over North Spine and South Spine, and then you can actually go play, and it was quite fun. But then I'm not sure if it will be online or offline this time.
Man. I have
a question for you, Wayne.
Yes.
How is it handling your school commitments and your own business?
Oh, wow, okay. So, I would have to say that it's really a big juggle because I actually run my own content creation business, creating marketing advertisements for companies to market themselves. I think the most important thing is to juggle commitments. So, for myself, I actually plan my timetable such that I have school 3 days a week, or 3 or 4 days a week. So I will have 1 day to go for shoots and actually edit videos for my clients. So I also schedule my clients in such a way that I do not have any submissions during my curriculum submissions, because I'm in ADM, so I do have submissions of my own work for school and work for clients. So actually I'm kind of doing the same thing. It's just some of them I get paid, some of them I get graded. You know, which is I'd much rather get paid.
What about your What are your commitments?
Oh, I have a lot of commitments. So every year I change my interests and change my commitments. So my year 1 I was in Economic Society and I was in ODEC. So ODEC was actually a new experience for me. I mean, throughout my secondary school and GCS, football all the way. Yeah.
So just question to jump in, what's ODEC?
ODEC is Outdoor Adventure Club. So it's very different from ODEX and JC. So ODEX and JC usually will just do hiking and outdoor activities, but in NTU ODEC we don't just do that. We actually go overseas and we hike volcanoes and mountains. So you can search NTU ODEC.
Wait, sorry. You used to go overseas?
Yes, used to go overseas. So basically, I think NTU is a great place for you to just find an interest, find something new. So did any of you guys find a new interest or just a new hobby when you came to NTU through a club?
Yeah, actually for me, I think when we had this inter-hall games thing during December previously, it was really interesting because like I did try even a new sport every single week. Yeah, I remember like I did netball, volleyball, played tennis, I think a bunch of things because I think it's just a place to try and
She's more active than you.
Yeah, it's really cool because it's like the same few of us would just gather and like go for all the different games and stuff.
See, I didn't have inter-hall games due to COVID. I didn't have anything due to COVID. Yeah, so just to wrap up our video, like maybe last minute you want to just summarize.
Yeah. So I think 4 of us have really briefed on what we have done through our university life, the interests and hobbies that we're picking up in university. And if you're coming to NTU, there are various resources out there for you to find out the real offer CCAs that NTU has. Yep, so keep a lookout for that. And do keep a lookout for the CCA booth. Even though it's virtual, it will be quite a good experience to learn what NTU has to offer.
Yeah.
So
if you like our content, do make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down any questions you have at the bottom.
Alright.
So
that's all from us. See you next week.
Thank you, bye.